recording now. Okay. So it's actually been quite a while. It's been a while.
It certainly has.
We life things. But one thing that is true, if you guys can hear my kid in the background, I obviously have a new baby, and she's definitely crying because she wants to get her diaper changed, and somebody's going to change her diaper. But I'm completely off topic. I'm Baron J67. I don't know why I said it like that. It just felt like it was the proper thing to do. And next to me, digitally in within the force is
Johnny Man of the 117th. I don't know
guys.
why I said it that way.
Like it's the Starcrossed Gamers. We're
Right.
back. We're doing some things a little different. Who knows if we'll be doing some lot more live gameplay, if we'll just make a whole different show out of that, if we're going to be doing more live or pre-recorded, who knows. We're just going to make sure there's going to be content for you guys. Um, and maybe we'll do better and have it ready, like, so it'll upload on time and be ready to go, whether it's a preview, whether it's live on Sunday. Now, that's normally when we record and or go live, but who knows? And I don't know why I'm telling you guys all this. Actually, no, I do know I'm telling you all this, so you guys can get insight into the minds that is the Starcrossed Gamers. Now,
Yeah.
because it's been so long, because the communication has not been to the highest level, because we're so far across the stars through the Force.
Yeah.
Johnny, what games have you been playing as of late?
Well, there's a couple I've been trying to sink my teeth into. Lately, it's been this hit game called Minecraft. Maybe you heard of it. It's a bit of an indie gem. I'm playing it modded. I got this mod pack, and we're trying that out. It's pretty fun, but there's like this one linchpin ore that you need a whole bunch of, and of course it's like super rare, right?
Ooh,
Um, so that's been fun, just mining, like just what is it, like chain mining or something?
is that what
Just
the
like
is that
in a
the
straight
is
line.
oh is that like the official Minecraft term for it? Chain mining.
It's something, I'm not hip with it anymore, but that's what I've been playing. And then I've also been playing this game called Ark Survival.
Ooh, you got back
It's
in
like,
the arc.
yeah. Well, I just started playing. I didn't know it before, but
Oh, okay.
it's like Rust with dinosaurs, and I hated Rust.
Oh, so you love this game?
Oh, I found the first hour to be extremely fun of just chain dying on a beach,
Ooh, did you
and
spot?
then
Oh, I'm sorry.
the dinos corpse camp you. That was fun.
Ooh,
I love that
we.
part.
You know what? When it comes to MMOs, right? And I'm
Mhm.
sorry to cut you off, but I'm trying to stay semi on topic with this. When it comes to MMOs, I almost have to play on my own for a very long time
Mhm.
in order to truly find that that level of joy to where that I would want to really run with my friends. As weird as that sounds, because this is always what happens, and Johnny can definitely attest to it. Um, I'll hop onto an MMO with a group of people or someone that who's already been playing it. They'll front load me with items and things to do, and then I magically lose interest. Now, funny enough, I was probably going to lose interest anyway, just because that's the way I game and why I always tell people do not buy a game to play with me.
I learned that mistake.
Yeah, do not buy a game with the sole intention of running with Baron J67 because as I look on my as I'm looking at my desktop screen now, I have 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, I, 27. I have over 27 games installed on my desktop.
Dang.
Um, I will randomly play them. I will
Hmm.
randomly jump in and out. And then I'll find a game that soaks up 90% of my gaming life. And then I'll all of a sudden put it down and never touch it again. But then be too afraid to uninstall it because you never know.
Yeah, like that one time I'm gonna be playing Valheim again.
Yeah, see, now I'm going to tell you. I think our wipes wiped me out with Valheim. We had some bad wipes.
Yeah, that's putting it mildly.
Yeah, we had some really bad wipes, and it almost like soured me. And
Remember
oh, what happened?
you remember the time I took the biggest ship and all my gear just straight off the.
Oh, we just had to know what happened at the edge of the universe. We just had to know what happened at the edge of the world. We just had to know.
I still blame the devs. They made it so like the current pushes you in and you can't go
Yeah,
again.
they do punish you for peeking.
Flew too close to the sun, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead, Icarus. Fall off the ledge. But no, it's a huh, it's a weird thing that I go through. I'm actually really working at completing games, at least the ones with the legit story, and that's also another part of my problem. And I'm gonna let Johnny keep talking because I definitely took over the conversation with this, but I tend to get lost in games that don't have a real ending.
Hmm.
Like I definitely picked up Bannerlord again.
Oh, big
Um,
mistake.
yeah, bro, it's and then it's like I want to play Bannerlord, and I had a bunch of issues with it. But back to the main point. I always end up in a game that does not have an ending. Starbound, Bannerlord, even a game that I forgot the publisher's name, but Deadside, that was basically like a Rust. Um, what did they describe it as? Rust meets Tarkov meets Daisy.
Is this one we played?
No, I don't. I don't think I played with any of you guys.
Oh,
Yeah, it's an early access title. It's pretty cool. I never built anything in the game because I was just so focused on surviving. Because the NPCs are no joke. Like you will, like not only are they sharp, they're not sharpshooters, but it's just there's so many of them, and you can get definitely gunned down pretty easily. But yes, so Johnny, Minecraft.
yeah.
What
Um,
what's the goal in Minecraft right now?
well, the name of the pack I got was Vault Hunters,
Oh,
and
okay.
Vault is it basically adds like little dungeons into the game. Like it's like well, it's like exactly like a dungeon. You go in, you have to build a portal, and the ore I need to build the portal is what's keeping me out from the mods, which is fun. And so you go in, you kill a lot of things, it randomizes like the rooms, and you get a whole bunch of loot. At least that's the premise. I mean, like the game doesn't want me to actually find that out for myself, but um, it's gonna be fun at some point. Um,
Okay.
there's this, and it's like a collection of like 200 mods or something all in one pack.
Oh,
And
snaps.
so I was in a village. I just like I wanted to trade with one of the villager guys.
Mm-hmm.
I hit the wrong button because I picked him up and he was in my inventory. I was just like, what?
Oh Lord.
Like I didn't know the kidnapping mod was part of
Oh
it.
Lord.
Uh it's just like, dang, all right. I can't wait to do intense roleplay later. Um,
Is this
uh,
mod pack connected to the internet? Like connected to multiplayer?
yeah, you can't have multiplayer sessions.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how that works. I'm no expert, but I've seen people run it like together. So the capability is there.
You know what, man? Like, I feel like if I ever got into Minecraft, it would definitely be in like a heavily modded RPG mod type world,
Hmm.
because just the idea of playing just stand from what I know of Minecraft, because I don't really pay attention to it, the standard one, or vanilla,
Yeah.
it's not for me, only because I'm not that creative. Um, I'm pretty I'm pretty bare bones when it comes to any type of base building, as you know. It's always a thing of like, let me just get some walls up, let me get whatever is considered standard defense up, and then now survive. Like it's maybe my mistake was always when it comes to any type of game where there's a base building element, or or any type of design element to it. I always
Hmm.
make the mistake of looking at other people's work.
Oh yeah. So, I mean, that's just like torturing yourself there.
Yeah. Um.
It's
No,
um,
it's horrible. But yeah, keep going.
it's like I don't know if you ever pay attention to them, like the Valheim community posts.
Oh
Uh,
yeah,
they show off like one person's face each post. It's
bro.
just like, bro, come on.
Like, how did you even get the land flat enough to build the base to house this monstrosity,
Yeah, and then how are you working with the gravity or whatever, like the weight? That was the worst. That was the worst thing.
dude?
Like it was unique and I guess cool, but like, gosh dang, was it difficult?
And it's so crazy. Like, I know, not FOMO. I know, seeing what the community created in what is that dang game? Animal Crossing. That's what kept me away from Animal Crossing. Was like really trying to get into it, and then coming across like different people's QR codes for different items and whatnot, and then seeing people's designs, and then being shamed because I had a pear island, to the point to where I went and uprooted every fruit tree on my island and went and collected different fruits like apples and whatnot. I didn't understand, or it just not having the most visually appeasing vi- uh, island villager dwellers,
Hmm.
inhabitants. Um, I ran into a lot of that, and it was enough for me to be like, yeah, I'm not gonna play this anymore. That, and then because there's so many other games I want to play and can be playing,
Yeah, like Bannerlord. Who needs any other game?
bro. And the fact that I'm constantly finding new stuff out about the game, and now I'm playing it a different way than I've ever played it, makes me so happy.
This time you're you're crafting and
Bro,
oh gosh.
I didn't realize I was like working against myself. So here it is. I'm like a master crafter. Not master yet. I think I'm still under 100 with my crafting. But I only have like two ability levels in
Hmm.
it. And yet I'm still out here making items that are worth like 10 to 15,000 gold per item.
Dang, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Um, I on one of my playthroughs, the one that I started before this one, I actually made it to the top of the tournament table.
Hmm.
So that, I think it starts off at like 30 something. I ended up getting up to like 36 and became number one in the tournament. So for those who don't know, Mount and Blade Bannerlord. is one, the game that me and Johnny met each other playing, and that kind of started the Starcrossed Gamers journey. Was in the world of Mount and Blade, the universe of Mount and Blade.
And Calradia.
Yeah, in the under the banner of Warband. Um, so now there's the official launch of Mount and Blade uh, 2 Bannerlord, which came out, I want to say, was it
In
like middle of
June.
last year?
I
The,
thought it was like the
the
official release.
official
Yeah.
launch. It was sometime last year. I want to say it was like fourth quarter, end of the year. The official like 1.0, because they haven't even made it past like 1.3 with the patches and stuff yet.
Yeah, it's like 1.0.4 or something.
Yeah, like barely. So this game has been it's a core part of the Starcross gamers.
Yeah.
It's the reason I bought my new computer. I mean, outside of all the other content creation stuff that we do here at Level One, but it just that was definitely a huge part. Um, but Mount and Blade Bannerlord, Johnny, can you explain it?
Bannerlord is what is it? A third person tactical RPG. Uh
Yes.
um so what you do is you're your man. You walk around the map and you have all this gear that you can get. And there's bandits. And then you go after the bandits, rank up. This sounds very familiar to a lot of different games.
Right.
You get stronger. Maybe you hire on some farmers to help you on your journey. And then they get stronger and they become proper warriors. And then soon enough you have this huge army of thousands of men and you're marching on the capital of the Vatanians and just you're just king of the universe. It's one of those games that are just incredibly fun to play, especially Bannerlord. Like Warband, I think Warband is still to date the game I have the most time in, which is like 3,000 hours. Like
Sheesh. Easy
it's
to
it,
it's
it
easy to do.
oh yeah. And I will just say some of that is AFK time,
Oh, I got
Just,
some of those hours.
yeah, but yeah, I love Mount Blade so much, and Bannerlord. It doesn't do everything right. Like maybe there's a bit of regression in some certain aspects, but by all means, a very good sequel. And yeah, man, I think Bannerlord. I can easily see someone ranking in like 5,000 hours.
Easily, especially it just it, there's so many different aspects, so many different things you can do. Like, do you want to literally just get one castle and live out your whole life and raise your whole family and run a caravan company out of one castle? You can do that.
Hmm.
The Just in terms of gameplay, the easiest way I could explain it, now that I had some time to think about and hearing Johnny's explanation, I would say it is a RT, a real time strategy mixed with an action adventure game with heavy RPG elements.
Yeah.
The RPG elements are so heavy that if you hire on too many, a wide variety of soldiers and mercenaries, it messes up the cohesion of of your army, and you move slower. You're punished for it.
Hmm.
Because of course you guys are disorganized because there's no cohesion. You have actions you do affect your status across the entire world. So if you were to capture a high ranking noble from some other faction or some other kingdom and you were to execute them, which you can do, your relationship's status changes with just about everybody who was linked to that person. Some people will be happy. Some people will be extremely frustrated, and you'll lose points with them, and then you'll be in the negative. Um, it gets pretty technical, and actually that's one of the places where I believe they need to make some form of adjustment, or they can add more to it. Is they need to make the like add in an element of, well, I killed the king of this place.
These pass to
Do
that
I get
extent.
to? Yeah, it passes, but even if you went, you man, you would have to almost kill everybody in order for there to be any shift in ownership of those places. Um, I don't know. I feel like there's something there they can there's something more they can do with that. Like
Hmm.
if I kill the leading royals in their own castle, I should be able to take over the castle. Like a hostile takeover situation. Because they have it already in the game. Like you'll see randomly throughout the world as time progresses. Because it has its own in-game time and like years and dates, and like life goes on as things happen. Um, you could actually you'll see like uprisings of the citizens, and they'll take over.
Yeah,
I
like
wish there was something you could do.
there are ways to like help incite rebellion, but it's really difficult, and like the AI is usually on top of it to prevent it from happening.
I feel like there should be more. I'm guessing I want more of the rogue stat. Like
Yeah,
I
like
wanted to have more weight.
I wish you were able to properly run a street gang. Like you can in the cities, like there's the gangs have like certain like little territories, like the home front, like basically,
Right?
and then like you can push them out, but it just goes to empty. Like I thought, I was really under the impression you'd be able to claim it for your own.
See, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, usually it's to prop up like the opposite rogue, like there's usually two in each town. And if you're super friends with I don't know, one and you like go attack the other, it's like a huge relation boost.
See, it's funny because we just sat here for almost like 10 minutes talking praising, Mount and Blade Bannerlord. But as somebody who truly loves the Mount and Blade series, I feel like there's so much more they can do. Which obviously that's wrong. Like I hate talking like that because obviously there's always more you can do. Um, I just I don't know. I think there's a lot more they need to do with the rogue stat.
Yeah. Well, I guess, there's still more time
Oh
to
yeah, we're
like they're years ahead of us, but I agree like it feels very limited at the current moment.
and then why can't I pick what defensive siege equipment I want to build?
Oh yeah, that's right.
That is one of the most infuriating things because I have seriously, and then oh bro, they took away the cheese.
No.
It's gone. And if you go log in, let me know if you figure out how to do it. But the cheese being able to retreat from a siege defense, that's gone.
Dang.
They made it to where it's only a surrender button.
That's See what happens when you show off all the incredible strats on Twitch?
Oh my god. So guys, so like it's funny because there's so many aspects and so many angles. There's so many things that are game mechanics that are within this one title. You can run caravans. Oh, I wish you could like yourself run a caravan. Like technically you do because all you're doing is trading and buying items. Like that is running a caravan. But I wish it was a little more intricate.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I've never tried a prison escape, or I've never succeeded at a prison escape. I always end up like getting killed last second.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember in Warband, the quests where you had to go save them, like break out the like the
It was
like
so hard.
you had to because like now like there's two sets of armor. There's like the what is it, like your campaign attire, which is like your actual suits of armor.
Uh huh.
And now it's like the town dress clothing, which is the ones you wear when you bust out. And it's nowhere near as protective against the dudes that are still wearing their suits of
They're
armor.
still wearing full everything, and then depending on what city you're in or what castle you're in, it's freaking ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's bad. But I think speaking as a bit of an expert, I think your go-to is just to get blunt weapons and try and just bust through their armor.
That actually does make sense. And that's another thing too. The realism in terms of combat weapons versus what type of armor, all of these things matter. I got snatched off my horse. Somebody using a pike with the ability to dismount. That was intense. I ended up surviving still, but I think my horse got murdered during that fight. Um, what else? Oh man, what else happened? Um, I got taken hostage because I found out a little too late that my that the old go to base defense cheese is no longer available.
Oh, you didn't read it. You're just like, escape, escape.
Yeah, and I was like, okay, let's, of course, because I don't read update patch notes. I'm like, yeah, let's just run. And
You could. I'm sorry to cut you off, but I could. You know me, it was a bit of like a game exploiter from here from time to time. You can just go back and change the game version.
I definitely could.
I mean, if you like,
There,
I don't
there.
know what that says about you,
It
but
says I'm determined to win at all costs.
that's
Um,
right.
Victory is key. But no, when it right, okay. So I'm not gonna do that. What it really did was it made me want to go and double down on my stewardship abilities.
Hmm.
It made me want to build that way because it was a fight that I could have won, and then I'm all looking at different strategies online, and it made me want to get better at the game because it's gonna be a thing that's gonna happen. Like I'm gonna run into a situation where I'm gonna run a city, and then somebody's gonna try and take it from me. Then I did a murder hobo playthrough.
A
Uh,
murder hope.
yeah, I did a murder hobo because I got frustrated, and I just anybody that fought me that was of noble birth, instead of just taking them prisoner, I executed them. Um, I think I demolished the Botanians down to like one city. Um, but and then I had like a bunch of castles because the Sturgeons kept giving me towns and whatnot because I had such a high charm ability thing, and I kept getting renown points.
Oh, I know what you mean.
And then I ended up walking away from the Sturgeons because I didn't want to deal. And then part of me was like, oh, I kind of want to keep my castles, but it's like, nah, screw that. And then it just went full murder hobo, and I was hated by all of the kingdom because magically everybody knows everybody, and then somehow like this one person that's on this corner of the world is best friends with this person in another kingdom on the other side of the world, and when you end up killing them, you piss off now that whole kingdom
Well,
because
I don't think it's necessarily them being like pen pals. I think it's just the fact that there is someone like trying to upend the order of things. Like just lords are randomly die.
see, I hate when you come in with logic because that made sense, and now I feel bad because I'm messing up the ecosystem of humanity with my murder hobo ways.
Yeah, I would like to see a Mount and Blade Mafia, where it's like, you take 10th Street and I got 15th, and they have their own boundaries, but no, it's it's what happens when like the kid with ideas comes into town. You know, we gotta take him out before he gets,
It's getting
you
too
know, too
big.
high and mighty, you know?
He's getting too big for his britches. Um, so when's the last time you've played Mount and Blade?
Um, it's been a minute, you know. It's
Mm.
probably uh I'd guess like maybe summer last year.
Okay.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Ooh wee. Do you think I'm not? And I feel like this is a silly question, but do you think you're gonna be jumping back into Bannerlord anytime soon?
I was thinking about doing it recently, but then I'm like, think that it's a big game,
It is a big
and I have a lot of other like an arc, right? It's a hundred.
game.
Just like I got like the big version, whatever, with all the DLC maps. Just the base game is like 100 gigs. I was just like, what on earth is this madness? And so a lot of stuff had to go. And so basically I'd have to put down Arc to play Bannerlord again.
Oof.
Yeah.
I
I uninstalled Cyberpunk to play Arc.
ooh we dude. I started playing that a couple like I want to say last month. I started playing it again. Finally watched the Cyberpunk Edge Runner anime, and it inspired me to go back into the game because I was like, oh okay. And then I used the what is uh the wire whip thing that come out of your wrist.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I just don't know the name of it.
Yeah, I forgot the name. Those it is OP as hell. I was running around like dashing and slowing down time, just absolutely obliterating people. Um, it was so silly, and I was like, this is ridiculous. What I can't believe I wasn't using this because I didn't really use melee that much. But yeah, did you beat the story? Because you know I still haven't.
Oh yeah. I I know it's gonna be a while for you to finish the story, but I did. I did because I mean this isn't a spoiler really.
Got you.
It's one of those games where like the very last mission ends the game and you can't go back. Um so there's like this big save point that the game gives you. It's like right before the last mission, you know, you go talk to them.
Oh, okay.
And so I played through all of the different endings, but I still have my canonical ending, and I think you're gonna see the options presented to you, and you're gonna know right away which one I did. Maybe I'm too predictable, but
Johnny burned down the world.
no, no. Are you a big fan of Silverhand? I think
Um,
he's insufferable.
you know what's funny? He's a butthole, and then he'll have his moments. But I could see how his moments wouldn't be enough to like keep you there.
Yeah, like it's kind of weird. I mean, again, I'm not gonna spoil it, but like
Got you.
as the game progresses, obviously you get to know the character better, and like like the relationship builds. But how you interact with them can change it. So like I was still standoffish with him throughout the whole game, and then
Mm.
he he has this question. He poses the question to you so close to the end, and it's like it's because I'm still standoffish, it makes no sense, and I'm just like, what are you talking about?
Ah.
Meanwhile, if you're actually being friends with him, he'd be like, oh yeah, of course, Johnny, and it's just like, yeah, it's funny.
It's the smaller moments in that game that really shine to me.
Oh yeah.
Even in its original state, I didn't have that many issues with it. The game wasn't as filled, organically filled as I thought it was going to be. Like even still, there's very few roaming enemies. Like you leave an area, come back, in the same scenario will be playing out. Um, with the same type of enemies. Um, those things were issues for me, but all in all, man, the game is fun.
Yeah.
I think they
I
just
th
oversold it.
yeah. I played the whole game as like the stealth guy, you know.
Mm.
'Cause I didn't want to do combat really. But like the biggest problem I had was twofold. One, like there's no real free play per se. Like you can still walk around and like look at stuff and interact with some people. But in large part, like I know a lot of people hate it when you do this, but like if you look at other open world games such as Grand Theft Auto,
It's a
which came out
world.
in 2013, by the way,
Yeah.
there are all these different side things you can do. Like you can go play tennis, you can go hang out with like your friends,
Or you could
and like
truly interact with the world.
yeah. But in Cyberpunk, which came out, I don't remember which year,
What, like 3 years ago?
yeah, it still doesn't have like any of those features, and it just feels like if you're not on a mission,
The
it just
world's
feels
dead.
like yeah, like people are still walking around and having but it's just like oh man, like it's like it's like you're not there, and nothing changes, and I think that's really a shame because it's a fun world, like. You know, I'll be just like walking around in between a mission, like driving around, and I'll just like pull off to the side of the road and like take a screenshot because of like how pretty the game is. And it's just like, if only this could be like a little bit more. I mean, granted, the DLC is going to be coming out at some point,
Yeah.
whether or not, they make these big sweeping changes with the edition, I doubt, but
We've
um,
been surprised before.
yeah, like on release.
Stop. Hey, oh my God. You know what, man? Like I said, guys, this one was going to be a short intro, a short reintroduction to the Starcrossed Gamers. Um, where I'm still, that launch was horrible.
What were they thinking?
God, that was rough. I'm like trying to exit properly, but I just can't get over the fact of how and what it was a issue of over promising and under delivering.
Yep. And, not listening to the developers like this game isn't ready.
Yeah, that's a whole nother thing. But
Which is
folk,
what the
oh, go ahead.
Starcrossed Gamers were built on. The OG episodes, you'll remember that.
Oh my gosh, look, man, I'm gonna tell you this. We're gonna be live streaming. We're gonna be podcasting. We're gonna be playing the forest because even though I'm terrified, I actually do want to play that game because
It's fun.
it yeah, right. It really is, and I watched somebody else play it, and I was like, yeah, I need to get back into that world because it was horrifying, and I feel like we barely even scratched the surface in our playthrough.
Hmm.
And then maybe we can get some of the other crew on, and we can just go and like survive and live our life on our aquatic fortress. Um, the aquatic fortress of solitude. But yes, guys, this has been the Starcrossed Gamers. I totally forgot what episode we're on, but I am.
Episode 1 of the new year.
There you
That's all
go.
that matters.
First episode of the new year,
New series
2023.
coming out now.
Yeah, Sunday, Sunday, Sunday. No, let me. I could just hear like the crash, and then you see Gravedigger. Like it just. I used to love those commercials. But I am Baron J67.
And I am also Baron J67.
There is two of us. We just sound slightly different, but
Voice modulator.
through the force, this podcast was ran by one person talking to himself. A whole new
So much
level.
editing I have to do.
Oh, the amount of editing is ridiculous. But yes. Oh, wait. Where can you find us? LV1gaming.com, where you can get all your gaming news. And hit that like and subscribe button. If you've made it this far, please like and subscribe. It makes all the difference in the world. But yes, much love. Peace.
Long live the Empire.
May you know it is a glorious thing to fade away into the ether of space for the Emperor.
That's right.
Go ahead, Space Marine. Do your thing.
Uh,
Bye.